Hi everyone, I'm Jack Anthony from Anthony Hamilton Productions.
And I'm Oliver Griffiths from OGK Pictures, and we're absolutely thrilled to talk to you about our upcoming historical short film, The Pretender. Set in the year 1497, 8 years after the end of the Wars of the Roses, The Pretender tells an intimate story centred around Prince Richard of Shrewsbury, the youngest son of King Edward IV and one of the missing princes in the Tower.
The disappearance of the princes Edward and Richard is a mystery that has fascinated people around the world for centuries and has led to countless theories revolving the fate of the brothers. Many believe they were executed under the orders of their own uncle, King Richard III. Others believe they were smuggled out of the Tower of London and lived out the rest of their lives in secrecy, and some believe that just before the end of the 15th century, both brothers made separate attempts to reclaim the throne of England from the reigning monarch, the first Tudor king, Henry VII.
In 1495, a man claiming to be Prince Richard of Shrewsbury landed in England with an army and would spend the next 2 years garnering support for his claim before he was eventually captured in 1497. This man was branded as an impostor, a pretender to the throne, and was executed in 1499 under the name of Perkin Warbeck.
Whilst the mystery surrounding the disappearance of the brothers remains unsolved to this day, recent historical findings have caused many historians to reassess the information that is genuinely known about the brothers, as well as the accused impostor, and have made many ask the question, could Perkin Warbeck truly have been Prince Richard of Shrewsbury? Whilst these findings don't strictly confirm the theory, its plausibility is in high contention now more than ever.
Now, just to clarify, our film is not being made with the intention of trying to prove to anyone or convince anyone that what we are depicting on screen is what really happened. Rather, we're asking the question, if the man that was executed in 1499 under the name of Perkin Warbeck really was Prince Richard of Shrewsbury, what could that have looked like?
The storyline of The Pretender leans into this theory, merging the accounts of both Prince Richard and Perkin Warbeck, and telling a story that serves as an interpretation of the events surrounding the prince's final days with his army before his inevitable capture at the hands of Henry Tudor.
Utilising Jack's 18 years of acting and performing, and my more than 16 years of narrative filmmaking experience, we've developed The Pretender not as a documentary, but as a cinematic psychological drama, which portrays Prince Richard at his most vulnerable both physically and mentally, with a constant focus on the internal conflicts that he grapples with. A crippling sense of self-doubt, the weight of the world seemingly on his shoulders, all while suffering from vivid hallucinations that cloud his judgment and threaten to jeopardise his entire mission.
The Pretender is a dream project for me, being a lover of British history and specifically history of the Plantagenet era. The role of Richard is a dream role for me to play. I began developing the film more than 3 years ago, and since asking Ollie to come on board as director in November of 2023, we have transformed The Pretender from its original concept into something truly unique. Our shoot for The Pretender is scheduled to last 8 days over a 2-week period this coming April. We are collaborating with members of the Wars of the Roses Federation to create an intense battle sequence for the opening of the film, as well as having scenes set in Richard's military camp, which will be populated and brought to life on screen by the members of the Federation.
We've assembled an incredible cast and crew for the film, many of whom have been regular collaborators of mine over the years, including our director of photography, Lewis Bruff, our editor, Daniel Hardin, and our executive producers, Dylan Hamilton and George Kenning. But despite having more than 40 years of combined filmmaking experience between us, this is without a doubt the biggest film project that any of us have ever undertaken, and we need your help to be able to see it through.
All contributions made to the film will help us in regards to covering costs for props, costumes, locations, catering, and all the things that we will need in order to make the best short film that we possibly can.
On our crowdfunding page, you will find various donation tiers with numerous rewards available to you depending on the size of the donation. These will include unique storyboards for specific shots by our storyboard artist Jason Brown, early access to an in-depth behind-the-scenes documentary chronicling the production of the film, which will be shot and edited by our behind-the-scenes filmmaker Jack Berry, and an exclusive hardback book comprised of behind-the-scenes photography taken by our stills photographer Yolita Bruff. Everyone that donates towards the film will receive a special credit at the end of the film, and following our showcasing of The Pretender on the film festival circuit, will receive a private link to be able to watch the film online.
We can't wait to take you with us on our journey in making The Pretender. and to be able to tell a rich, unique and untold story surrounding one of England's most intriguing mysteries.
Thank you.